Hey guys, Jay Knowlton here once again, and it is Friday. My hair is getting long and messy. It makes me look old. I need to shave. Oh, and apparently, I need to fix my teeth. I didn't think my teeth were that bad, to be honest with you. I'll give a little bit of backstory. The reason why this tooth of here at the top is so bad because when I was 21 years old, or 22, I can't remember. That's how bad it was. But no. I was just turned 20. I drank a lot, and I'm talking about 15 shots of vodka in about 20 minutes. And I completely blacked out and I hit the floor face first. My tooth snapped, and this is a fake tooth. And it's kind of sometimes it gets a bit, I don't know, not a bit wobbly, but I've had to have it replaced because it's obviously my front teeth. So that's why my top tooth looks bad. But luckily, the rest of this makes up for it. I hope. Today's video is going to be about I'm not leaving Japan. I'm never leaving Japan. Well, until they kick me out anyway. But the reasons for it are simple. It's because I love living in Japan. And I think a few of my videos recently have been a bit negative. But I want to assure you that I love living in Japan. You know, I've been here for 13 years. I graduated university and I came to Japan before I'd even, I didn't even go to my graduation ceremony. I asked for my diploma early and I left immediately. The only country that I've really worked in is Japan. I did some part-time jobs in the UK and that's about it. I've built my career in Japan. My family is in Japan. My house is in Japan. I only have a driving license in Japan. All these things connected to Japan. And not just that, I genuinely do love living here. But it is because it is of the result. It is as a result of see, sometimes, I make mistakes with English and I try to correct myself on the fly, but I just can't be bothered editing because I think what's very important is that I don't like cutting in the middle of my videos because I don't want to give that impression that I am cutting something out or intentionally taking something out of the video that I shouldn't have said or I don't want to say. I kind of want to keep it raw. Just okay, I should cut that out because I just don't want it to look like I'm being disingenuous with something that I say, or I just want to kind of shoot from the heart, shoot from the hip, shoot from the ass, and just get this going. And yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, so I've been in Japan for 13 years. I've built my life here. Considering, yeah, as a result of me working my ass off for so long. And I don't mean working my ass off just as a normie. Sometimes you'll see people who just do regular jobs and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm exhausted." And work is tiring. But I've been working 60 to 70-hour work weeks for about 10 years now. Even when I was working in a kindergarten 40 hours a week, I was doing translation on the side. I was running around different stations in Tokyo doing private lessons. I was doing overtime at the Eikaiwa on Saturdays. I was working a lot, even like since 10 years ago. And for example, this week, I have worked how long? 25 minutes helping an international school. And I've taught about 50 lessons on italki this week. But I love working. I got a message on Instagram from a person who I know has been in Osaka a long time. And they said like, "Oh, you work like 11 to 12 hours a day. I couldn't do that." And it's like, well, the reason why I'm able to enjoy such a life of luxury is because I do that. And it would be nice to say that we should be paid more or the salary should be higher. Of course, that would be the dream. And the reality is, I think for a lot of people, not just foreigners, but also Japanese people, I think a lot of people are seeing that if you want to make decent money in 2026, you've got to try and do things on your own. There's a lot more because obviously I'm quite big on LinkedIn. There's a lot of Japanese people who are creating their own businesses as well, and the Japanese people that I teach on italki, a lot of them are university students planning to open a business when they graduate. I think they're seeing that you've got to create your own magic, but that's not really connected. I am able to create stuff more because I have PR. And people might think I'm lucky, people might think I'm privileged. At the end of the day, I followed the rules of the application at the time that I applied. So it's kind of not really worth comparing it to now because I got it at a different time. I know some people got it 10 years ago, 15 years ago. We can't really change it. And the reality is, even though it seems crazy now, in 5 years' time, everyone's just going to be used to it. However, again, not connected to why I'm not leaving Japan. I should put one of those things that are being like, stay to the end to find out the reason, because I'm not going to fucking give it to you for the first 10 minutes. However, so the reason why I don't want to leave Japan is, one, it's relatively safe. And I say relatively because it's not perfectly safe. It is much safer. Now, I could say, of course, that it's dangerous for women to live in Japan because there are a lot of chikan, like gropers on the train, voyeurism, like upskirting. There's a whole TikTok channel where the guy literally catches a person every single day. So if he can catch a single person every day, just imagine how many people are actually doing it. Now, the other thing is, whereas it is not perfectly safe for women in Japan, and I acknowledge that, it is way less safe in the UK for women. And it kind of, I woke up to a news report from the UK this morning where illegal immigrants or migrants in the UK are being given a pamphlet which has literally details of, in the UK, women are equals, women are allowed to work, women don't need to surrender to men. Consent is the standard. You have to get consent. If a woman says no, it means no. The legal age of consent for children, the legal age of children for children is 16. Even if a child under 16 says yes, it does not mean that you're allowed to touch them. And of course, and then you cannot essay women because you could have your visa revoked or you could go to prison. That is how low the UK has sunk, that they have to give pamphlets to migrants to tell them not to assault women and children. And I will not take my wife and my daughter to a country that has hundreds of thousands of migrants who need to be reminded. Of course, I'm not going to say it's only migrants who do this to women, but it's just the excessiveness of it all, because there are a lot of crimes that follow. And I'm not turning this into some far right issue or left issue. The reality is, I don't want my wife and daughter in a country where I cannot be assured that they are safe walking around if I'm not there. And I'm sorry if that sounds like too extreme, but if I have to choose between Japan or the UK, I'm not going to choose the UK any day of the week. Shoplifting, muggings, robberies, assaults, racial attacks against Asians as well. All of that is prevalent in the UK. People might tell you it's not so bad. Yeah, probably if you're rich and you're able to like secure yourself in a nice neighborhood, you're probably not going to be involved in a lot of it. But that doesn't mean that the people around you aren't. And I just do not want to expose my family, because I'm not gonna brag too much, but my wife is pretty hot. What a weird thing to say. However, I don't want to subject my family to that nonsense. And the UK is so politically messed up. Like, no matter which party you have, it's so out of control with. I don't know. The British mindset seems so warped, entitled, lazy. There's a lack of work ethic. People expect too much. And I just don't think it seems like a person where a place that I can properly raise my family to be like, looking ahead to the future. Because I guess it's just a lot of it being on the outside. A lot of people seem quite lost, and I can't be bothered with it. In Japan, my wife has a very good career. She's got a very good job. As I've mentioned, she could easily apply for PR on her own if she wasn't a Japanese national already. Between the two of us, we make about, what, 15 million yen a year, which is almost triple the average household income. So why would I ever want to give that up to move to a country that is very unstable? Of course, there are other countries in the world that might be explored one day. However, not yet. Because my daughter loves her friends, my wife is kicking ass in her job. There's no reason to uproot that anytime soon. And again, the cost of living is very good. All my investments are in, well, I'm sure that could be managed somehow. I really love my house. I love my car. I love my dogs. Of course, my dogs would come with me, but there's too much that I enjoy about life. And I have to remember sometimes that even though there's a lot of craziness going on in the foreign community right now, that I do also have to appreciate what I have, even thinking that, I got it all because me and my wife worked our asses off. I do feel bad that a lot of people are struggling, but I think sometimes we have to create our own luck. And I know some of you are going to agree with that. No, I know some of you are going to disagree with that. But I just wanted to make this quick video to say, yeah, I don't want to leave Japan. I don't think I would ever get kicked out of Japan. I'm not planning to commit any crimes anytime soon, or ever, just in case, just in case that gets clipped. I'm enjoying life. I'm part of my daughter's school's PTA. I was last year's community hancho, which means like the leader of the community kind of thing. But yeah, a lot of great things about life. I've had a lot of consulting jobs this month. I got interviewed by the Japan Times. I got interviewed by Nobita at the Japan Reporter. I was on the Unpacking podcast. A lot of great things have happened recently, and I'm hoping I can keep it going even more. But yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, I guess. And I'll see you all next time.